Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Tati back with another review. It's Wednesday night, so you know what that means. AEW Dynamite. Before I get into my rant, I want to say thank you for everyone who is subscribed, anyone who likes and supports my channel. It really means a lot to me. The other day, I made it to 500 subscribers, and it's really, really cool. And to be honest, it really doesn't matter to me if it's 5 people watching, if it's 100 people, whatever it is. All I wanted was to have a channel where I can talk about my favorite thing in the world, which is pro wrestling, and to have people that would care and listen. It warms my black little heart. Thanks so much for your support, guys. Now, let's get into this little rant here. Was Dynamite bad? No. But if you're a fan like me who is looking at things more than just a show, I'm looking at how things are being booked here. And to be honest, it's not good. It's not pretty. I don't know what word to use to describe this, but I just did a review about Herb Abrams and the UWF, and one of his biggest problems was that he was a wrestling fan, just like Tony Khan, who got into some money, got some opportunities to be able to start his own wrestling promotion. And the biggest issue here was that he was not a booker, and he did not really allow for other people who were more experienced in the business to take over in that aspect. And that's exactly what Tony Khan is doing here. He is a wrestling fanboy, just like the rest of us. His daddy had the money, and he created AEW. Now, I believe when it comes to wrestling, Tony Khan has probably the best roster with professional wrestling today. He has an amazing team backstage, and for whatever reason, he still can't get it right. I am just not really sure if Tony realizes that if he stepped back and allow this wonderful team that he already has to put in the work, the show can possibly be better. I've been watching ROH for the past few weeks. Tony Khan keep coming on talking about, well, the final decision is mine to make. I run the show here. Tony, that's the problem. You're running the show and not allowing other people with the experience to be able to help make this a better product. Now, I do enjoy the show, but I can't help but to see that it could be so much better if Tony Khan would just step the fuck back and let other people take over the show. Now, the first thing that I didn't like about the show tonight was this whole blind eliminator tag tournament thing. First match was Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland versus Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin. The second you see this, you already know who's going to win. Now, the predictability has become a little bit of a nuisance, especially whenever Orange Cassidy is involved. Darby Allin here and there will take a loss, but Orange Cassidy, God forbid, right? So now it's becoming a little too repetitive when it comes to that. So you're looking at Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, 2 phenomenal wrestlers, 2 guys who are literally not really going anywhere right now. Swerve is with the Mobile Embassy, and I do like them. However, Swerve is the only part of them that do not have any gold. And I do believe if they use Swerve correctly, he has the potential to be one of wrestling's biggest heels. Now, he and Keith Lee obviously have issues, and they've never really been able to hash out their whole feud thing. And I guess that's okay. Now, obviously, going into this match, they don't want to be partners. That already gives an advantage to Orange Cassidy and Darby. Now, Keith and Swerve, they're obviously having issues in the ring. They can hold their own in the ring, but they're just having issues as far as chemistry goes. But in real life, these two really have great chemistry. You guys seen them as tag team champions. They're awesome together. But watching this, it's just like you already know what's going to happen. So it takes the fun out of this match. It was a great match, and finally we got to see Keith Lee really show his strength and agility in this match, and I think he looked really great here. But just knowing that there's just no way they were going to end up taking the win really spoils the fun. So Orange Cassidy and Darby takes the win. Right after that, we do have a little video that Darby Allin does of Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne, he's the young guy who just turned 18. They had promised him a contract, and once he turned 18 and graduated from high school, that he could be part of AEW. So he's been working on that. He's 18, he's graduated, and now he's going to be on, I believe, Dynamite next week, going against Swerve Strickland for his first match in AEW. Now, he has wrestled in the independents where they have allowed him starting at 16 to wrestle, so people have seen him. But what really got me here is that I'm glad that they're supporting him to come into AEW or whatnot, but the issue here is that all that energy you guys are using for this young cat to come into AEW, that's the same fucking energy you guys need to be using on these young stars that are on this roster that are going absolutely nowhere at this point. I just don't understand why people like Hobbs, Ricky Starks, I can't think of other names, but especially these two guys, they should be somewhere way further up on this card. Wardlow, these guys, they're talented, and for whatever reason, the booking is holding them back. It's really annoying. So next we have Jungle Boy, who just came into the building. Now he is obviously angry about how Hook basically ran after him the other day, and he's sounding better. He is looking sort of like a heel, I guess. This thing with Jungle Boy is just going to take some time before we really get to see a payoff. Now, we do have Hook that ends up attacking him, but Jungle Boy once again ends up running away right back into that car and driving off. Next, we have the Acclaim and Daddy Ass versus the Blade and the Bollywood Boys. This is just so random. Like, the Blade of all people, like, it just felt like, the Blade ain't doing something tonight. Let's just put him on the card. It feels absolutely random. Now, the match I didn't really enjoy. It just felt all thrown together. You guys already know the Acclaim, Daddy Ass takes the win. After that, we get, I think her name is Harley. The one from QTV. She's talking about next week that there's some video that she's making that's going to show that she's the best rapper or musician in AEW. I don't know. It's okay, but it's not horrible or whatever. I am kind of over it right now. The Acclaim used to be so over. They're still over, but it's like, damn, the momentum has died down so much. It's absolutely insane. We also even got a video with MJF and Adam Cole. They're working out together at the gym. At times they show like they don't like each other, and then now you start seeing a little bit like, oh, well, maybe this guy is kind of cool. Now, I do believe that as the weeks go by, we might actually see them become more and more closer, and then it seems like MJF is obviously going to do what MJF does and just do something behind his back or whatnot. Like, MJF, if this is all leading down to winning tag team gold, MJF don't give a damn. He has the biggest prize in AEW, so he doesn't really care. If anything, it's all for the fun. Now, there was a part here where MJF is benching. He asks Adam Cole to spot him, and Adam Cole is on his phone, not really spotting him or whatever. I don't know exactly how much he was lifting, but it was definitely heavy. Now, Adam Cole decides that he's going to lift it as well, and MJF is standing there going to spot him as well. And he's able to just lift and lift and lift with no problem. But the difference is that I don't think Adam Cole was lifting that shit at all, because when MJF did it, you can clearly see that he's lifting it. There's nobody on the sides of him. It has a wide shot of him holding up the weights. Now you have Adam Cole, and they zoom in to pretty much just his face. So now that makes me believe that there were two guys on the side of him holding that shit up. And it's just like, I can't believe somebody who's like Adam Cole, like my 8-year-old nephew has more chest than him. And it's just like, I just don't believe it at all. Adam Cole got to do a lot to convince me. So next, AEW has a video package congratulating Eddie Kingston for winning the New Japan Strong Openweight Championship. It's really cool to see that they'll be able to, show some love for Eddie on the show. It's great for the people who did not know that he ended up snatching that title off of Kenta the other day. So really, really cool of AEW to show that. After that, we do have a promo from Jon Moxley who's basically saying, hey, Eddie Kingston, answer the damn phone. I'm calling you. I don't want no problems with you. So interesting to see where that goes. After that, we have a promo from Chris Jericho, who is absolutely a babyface tonight. He is in Edmonton, Canada, and this crowd is so good. They're loud, just the way I like it. Now, he's cutting a promo basically saying that he's going to be the best version of Chris Jericho that we've ever seen, and the crowd is loving it, and I really love his energy here. Now, while he's talking, music hits, and it's Uncle Don. Uncle Don comes out, and oh my god, he is being drowned by boos from the fans. And to be honest, I love it. That's music to my ears when I hear the audience reacting, letting you know exactly how they feel for you. I absolutely love it. Now, to be honest, I really couldn't hear too much what he was saying. Obviously, you kept hearing Kenny Omega's name here and there. But at the end of this promo, he asks Chris Jericho if Chris wanted to be part of Don Callis' family. And that whole babyface vibe we got from Chris Jericho kind of shifted sort of when he answers maybe. So he doesn't say yes, doesn't say no, but maybe. Now, to be honest, it'll be interesting to see what Chris Jericho is going to do as far as if he's going to be part of Don Callis' family. There's a little bit of an issue between Chris Jericho and Sammy right now, but the JS is still running strong, I guess. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm not really sure if they're a good fit together because Chris obviously has his own little ego. Don Callis has definitely found his grapefruits in this whole thing here. So are they going to be a great fit? Not sure, but I'm interested to see where they go on with this. So you guys know that when they say so-and-so in action and don't say who the opponents are, then it's definitely going to be a squash match. So we had Adam Cole and MJF versus The Butcher and Daddy Magic. Felt so freaking random. It's like, what the hell is this? I don't even know where they get that from. Now, this wasn't exactly a squash match, but going into this, you already knew who was going to end up taking the win. Now, we do have MJF, who is playing along like he's an Undisputed Era member, and it's actually kind of funny. Now, throughout this match, MJF definitely wants to get along with Adam Cole. Adam Cole doesn't really give a damn, but I'm going to be honest, I kind of really wasn't interested, especially with this random pairing with Daddy Magic and The Butcher. I don't know, that just threw me off. Now, I know it's supposed to be a blind eliminator tag tournament, but it just felt so off. It was what it was. Now, Adam Cole ends up getting the win for his team. The thing is that MJF kept saying that he wanted them to use a double clothesline as their finisher, but Adam Cole would not tag his ass in there. He did not care about using that move. So now they win. MJF gets in the ring and he reminds everyone that it's Adam Cole's birthday, and they have streamers, they have the people from the back come out with a cake, and they got birthday hats. MJF is even singing happy birthday. And look, ladies, I'm telling you now, MJF, he's a total package. He's our champion. He is a great heel. He can sing. Oh my gosh, like, come on, what more could you possibly want here? Now, all that happens, and now it's time to eat the cake, and MJF is going to actually smash that cake onto Adam Cole, but Adam Cole beats him to it, and MJF get a cake to his face. Now, he calls him friend after that, and it seems like maybe we might get something friendly between the two of them, and later on, MJF is just going to end up screwing him, and Adam Cole's going to be like, bitch, give me my damn rematch. I'm pretty sure that's not the last of it. But I really do kind of like this pairing as far as it just being entertaining or whatever. But I'll be honest with you, I'm over the blind eliminator tag team thing. It's just weird. So next we have the quarterfinals for the Owen Hart Memorial Women's Tournament match. And that's Ruby Soho versus Britt Baker. And I'm just going to be honest, I just didn't want Britt to win. Now, I do like Ruby. I don't really care for the Outcast, but I had preferred that someone who didn't win would end up advancing. So Ruby does end up advancing. However, it took a lot of cheating from the Outcast getting involved to help her take this win. And to be honest, sometimes you just gotta win them however you can. But at this point, I'm just I just think that, any one of these girls from the Outcast, they're capable of winning on their own. It's like they don't have to resort to cheating every single match. We get it. You guys are heel, but you don't have to do the same thing every single time you guys come out. It's just getting a little too repetitive for me. If I were the Outcast or just AEW, I would refrain from using that tactic every single time they come out. Ruby takes the win, and I'm glad it's someone else. So the next match in the semifinals will be with Ruby Soho and Sky Blue. And honestly, I'm rooting for Ruby. So now on to the main event, which was also match of the night. Wheeler Yuta versus Kenny Omega. Now, they have a really great match, and I am really surprised that Kenny Omega has returned so soon after having that A+ match with Will Ospreay. Now, while I did enjoy this, I do think that it's really important to see how much Wheeler Yuta has grown since he's been with the BCC. You can see the difference night and day compared to when he was part of the Best Friends, getting absolutely nowhere. And compared to now that he's in BCC, he's absolutely changed and found his way being with them. Now, here's the thing. As great of a match that this was, there's just no way that we'll just sit here and think that there won't be any interference of any type. And that's exactly what we end up getting. So Don Callis, he comes down, and all these security and staff are trying to keep him from getting to the ring. And the ref is so distracted, as if the security can't do their damn job, while he's distracted with Uncle Don over there. Then Takeshita comes in the ring and hit a Blue Thunder Bomb onto Kenny Omega. Is that surprising? No. Then Wheeler Yuta goes for a frog splash, and suddenly the referee is back in the ring and paying attention. He goes for the count. 1, 2, and Kenny kicks out. Now, he is like, you know what? I need to get this thing done and over with. So now Wheeler Yuta, I'm not sure what he was going for, but Kenny shut that shit down and hit the one-winged angel and took the win. Now, obviously, with Takeshita getting involved and Uncle Don being out there, then you already knew that it was going to be more interference. So then Claudio Castagnoli comes out, and he is also beating up on Kenny Omega. And after a while, we do get the Elite that come out. They are attacking Wheeler Yuta, Takeshita, and Claudio. And then we get to the point where Hangman is holding up a chair like he was going to give Claudio a chair shot with it. And I'm like, hold on, they're definitely not going to do that. Then out of the blue, the Dark Order comes out and they grab that chair from Hangman. And they announce that it's going to be the Dark Order versus the Elite on Rampage this week. So, all right, cool. I guess they're continuing that storyline or whatever. But here's my complaint, though. Right when that happened, the show actually ends up finishing. So after the show, I ended up catching the Fight TV stream, and it actually continues a little bit. Kenny seems to be maybe injured in the ring. I don't know. He's bleeding. He looks fucking out of it. Like he's like tired, doesn't want to move. And the Elite is tending to him. Wheeler Yuta is laying outside the ring, and the doctors are looking at him, and he keeps pointing at his leg. So I'm not sure what's going on with that there. But they ended up getting Kenny out the ring with just the Elite, and the doctors still were ringside with Wheeler Yuta. So that's what ended up happening. So unless you have the Fight TV app and watching it that way, you wouldn't have seen that. Real talk, I can do without the interference still with this storyline. And also all these attacks after these matches, it's just happening way too often. I think less is more. And when you do it you have to make it a big statement so that you don't have to keep resulting to having these attacks in the middle of a match or after a match. I just think it's just being a little too repetitive here. Now, in 2 weeks, we're going to get the Blood and Guts match. Now, Brian obviously is not going to be involved in that, and Kingston is not going to be involved in it. Wait, is it Eddie? Who was supposed to be on the other team? Was it Eddie? I'm not really sure. But both teams now have one member missing, and they have to get a new member to join in with that match, so it can be 5-on-5. So I'm interested to see who that is, and I'm not sure if Wheeler Yuta is hurt or not, but if he is, then BCC might need 2 more people to join with that match. So we'll see in the upcoming days what's going on with that. Now, Dynamite, it was okay. Certain things I could do without, especially that stupid tag tournament thing. Tony, you got to fix this booking issue you got going on here. This is really the issue. Once that is taken care of, AEW, the sky would be the fucking limit. Guys, thanks for watching my review. I'll be back tomorrow with ROH. Bye.